my friends, how are you doing today? I am doing well. I hope you are also. Okay, special video today. So I put up a video not too long ago of my Arnold Schwarzenegger collection on Blu-ray and DVD, and I got a great response from it. I was on the cusp of posting it. I was like, maybe this is not something that people be interested in, but it seems like a lot of people were interested in it. And on top of that, they sent me comments saying, hey, how about you do a Sylvester Stallone collection? So I'm like, what do these people think I am? They think I have a thing for muscle-bound action heroes? What would make you think that because I have an Arnold Schwarzenegger collection, I would have a Sylvester Stallone collection? Does that even make any sense? Is that these things go hand in hand? Is it like, okay, you have to have this one in order to have that one? Or maybe I'm just a fan of Schwarzenegger. Maybe I'm not a fan of Stallone. Well, if you thought that, you're wrong. Of course I have a Sylvester Stallone collection. Sylvester Stallone's a man. Schwarzenegger, Stallone, they go hand in hand. You can't have a Stallone collection without a Schwarzenegger collection, and a Schwarzenegger collection without a Stallone collection. Well, of course I got one. And I'm going to share with you right now, just like I did with the other video. And if you like it, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button, because that makes me feel good. And as you can see, I'm responding to your requests. So here is my Sylvester Stallone collection. Now, once again, if I am missing something from my collection, I would appreciate you leaving a comment below. Hey, buddy, you got 101 movies, but you're missing this certain one, and you need to see this one. And like I said before, it seems like Stallone and Schwarzenegger, they reached a certain point in their career where they did a lot of direct-to-DVD stuff or direct-to-Blu-ray stuff that sometimes I passed on because they either did like cameos or it wasn't even, to me, I didn't feel like it was worthwhile, but I am a completist. Okay, so since the Schwarzenegger video, I have gone back and it was like 2 titles that I was missing, and I can't believe that nobody hit me on why wasn't Predator in there. Well, Predator was in my horror section, and I totally forgot about that. And Predator is like one of the main Schwarzenegger movies, but nobody called me on that one, but that's okay. And this is in no particular order whatsoever. I'm going to talk about them, I'm going to go through them, and you can comment below. Let's begin. All right. First one is a movie called Cliffhanger. This is one of the, I constantly say, I try to keep a top 10, and I have to say this is probably in the top 10 of Sylvester Stallone movies. And this was just a really good movie. Jonathan Lithgow's in this, plays the villain. This rescuer guy who does these high feats of, he rescues people from high places that I would not possibly ever dream of doing. Okay, I got a thing for heights. I'm afraid of heights. I ain't going up on heights, but Stallone goes on heights, and that's what he does. He rescues people from mountain tops and ledges, and thus the name Cliffhanger. Excellent movie. It's an action movie. It's in the top 10. Got to be in the top 10. So Cliffhanger. Next one is a movie called Oscar. I have not even opened this one up. This is one of his comedy type films that he did back in the day, and it was, I think it was like a mafia, he was like a mafia head or whatever, but he kept having issues with certain people, and it was a comedy. I just didn't take the time to watch it. I've seen it in the past, I'm sure I've seen it, but it wasn't one of those where I got it and I seemed like I opened it. I didn't open it because I've seen it in the past, and it just wasn't one of my Stallone go-to movies. I mean, it just wasn't. It wasn't an action hero movie. It wasn't a movie that kept me rolling. It was a comedy mafia movie. That's exactly what it was, and not really my cup of urine, tea, or whatever. All right, then we got a 2-pack here, action-packed double feature of The Assassins and The Specialist. Assassins I saw. You know what I mean? It was one of them. I think it was because of Antonio Banderas. I think I have an Antonio Banderas problem if we're not talking about is it Once Upon a Time in Mexico and like those type. What was the other one that he did there? The Quentin Tarantino films. Wow, I'm drawing a total blank. But anyway, the one with the guy with the guitar case full of guns. Absolutely love that. Antonio Banderas movie, but this Antonio Banderas movie, I don't know, the chemistry between Antonio Banderas and Sylvester Stallone, it just didn't feel like it was there. I almost felt like he was like an outsider looking in, and it was like, hey, it's my movie. I'm Antonio Banderas, and it's my movie, and I'm letting Sylvester Stallone in, but really, Sylvester Stallone's like, this is my movie, and I'm letting you in this movie. You know, that's what I felt about that. That's And The Specialist was actually decent. Yeah, I wouldn't put it in the top 10, but it was an action movie. And this was after Sharon Stone just got off of Basic Instinct. And of course, it seems like Stallone and the company that put this together was cashing in on the whole Basic Instinct buzz, you know, by putting a movie together with Sharon Stone. That's kind of what I get out of that. All right. Next movie is called Daylight. This one, there's a little sticker in front there. That's just, I put it in there. It's not actually stuck to the paper. I wouldn't do that to my collection. It was cut out and I put it in there, and it's just because it says Daylight, special features. I like to keep everything as the way it came. You know what I mean? This was the sticker that was on it, the hype sticker. So I put the hype sticker in it. But anyway, Daylight was a really good movie. It's action movie. When I put this in the top 10, there's so many Stallone movies, so maybe it would make it in the top 10. But it's a people trapped in a, if I remember correctly, it was a subway station. There you go. Trapped in a subway station. He has to go in and help these people get out of the subway station that's collapsing. It also had his son in it, his real life son that was in Rocky. Four, five. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 5. Rocky 5. This was a great movie. This is one of them edgiest seat movies. I really enjoyed this, but I don't know if I would put it in the top 10 because there's just so much more. So Daylight, another excellent Stallone movie. I gotta make sure I keep saying Stallone because I'm on such a Schwarzenegger kick. I'm afraid I'm going excellent Schwarzenegger movie. No, it's an excellent Stallone movie. All right, next one I just relived recently because it was coming out on Blu-ray, and I was like, do I want to buy this on Blu-ray? I think it was Mill Creek that put it out, and I passed on it because I watched it on DVD, and I was like, this was not the greatest movie in the world. So it's a movie called Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, and it stars the little lady Estelle Getty from Golden Girls. And this was a comedy about, you know, he's like a cop action guy there, and she's a little old lady with a gun, you know, and it was it was like on when he was on his comedy run, you know, for a while, and I don't know, it was better than Oscar, but definitely not a go-to movie as far as Stallone goes for me, but still decent. I mean, all right. Am I gonna put it on after I'm done with this? No, I'm not gonna put it on. I'd much rather put on this movie, okay, which is one of his top 10 movies in my opinion, Demolition Man. Now this, I don't think this has a Blu-ray release yet. I'm going to have to check out in on that as soon as I get done with this guy. I am definitely going to upgrade this if there is. Not sure. Love this movie. Wesley Snipes in his prime in this one. Stallone plays this cop that's put in cryo prison, and then he's let out because he's the only person that can stop Simon, which is the Wesley Snipes character. This was a great Stallone movie. If you want to introduce Stallone to somebody that's just getting into Stallone movies, this is one of the ones that you should go to. The other ones will come up and I'll break those down. But this one has to be my top 10. I have watched this so many times. I absolutely love this movie. It's got Sandra Bullock in it too. Sandra Bullock in it when she just cut off her whole speed kick, and Sandra Bullock, Stallone, Wesley Snipes. You can't not go to this movie and enjoy it. This was just so good. All right, so Demolition Man. Next one, a movie called Get Carter. Don't know. I haven't even watched this. I haven't watched this movie yet. I should watch it. I picked it up, like I said, because I'm a completist and I want to have all the Stallone stuff, but I have not watched Get Carter yet, so I can't give you my opinion on it. It's rated R, and I don't know if it has a Blu-ray release. But maybe I'll check that out. You know, maybe I won't. I don't know. Older Stallone movie, which part of the Stone collection. And once again, another movie I have not seen in years. And this is a movie. It's about if I remember correctly, it's about a soccer team in Germany that's trying to escape Germany. A movie called Victory. Young Stallone in this one. Okay, a lot of people probably don't even know that Stallone was in this movie. Probably don't even know that this was a Stallone movie. But I don't even think. Yeah, he did take top billing up on the top here. But Michael Caine. I have not seen this movie in years, but all I remember is soccer game and them trying to escape Germany. If I remember correctly, if this was the movie, that's the one we're talking about here. But I have not seen this in years. Probably not worth an upgrade. That's probably why I'm still with the DVD and the old snap case there, you know what I mean? But it's mint, you know what I mean? All my stuff's mint. I take good care of my stuff. But, I don't know. Victory. You tell me. Could be one of your favorite Stallone movies. Maybe not. All right, this one was a triple pack. Now when they do a triple pack, unless it's like a franchise, it kind of makes me think that this might be some of the lower quality movies made by the actor. Okay, that's just me. I mean, if they stick like a triple pack of, it's like, hey, go home this weekend and you watch a bunch of bad movies and you pick the one out of the 3 bad movies and you tell me which one you enjoyed. So on this triple pack right here, boom, is, oh, I can see it from the back. Okay, Avenging Angelo, I See You, and Shade, all starring Sylvester Stallone. I've watched none of these, not one. I can't tell you about them. I mean, they're all rated R. They're probably all action movies. Probably one of these is probably a great. I'm thinking I See You. If looking from the cover, I'm thinking I See You might be. If I decide I'm gonna throw this in and check out a Stallone movie on this little collection here, I See You, I think is gonna be the one I'd go through first, because Avenging Angelo, I don't know Angelo, and it stars Madeline Stowe and Sylvester Stallone, and then Shade, don't know. But I See You, and the picture in the middle just seems to be selling it for me. I don't know. But this was in a 3-pack. To buy those individually without even watching them would make no sense to me whatsoever. Next one, a movie called Copland. Haven't seen this one in many, many years, but if I remember correctly, it was about a bunch of crooked cops and honest cops battling against crime in a city. If that's even the thing. Harvey Keitel, Ray Liotta, and Robert De Niro. Oh, through Robert De Niro. I'm assuming it says and Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro does not play a big part in this movie. I don't know. If I am wrong, comment below. But I have not seen this in years and years and years. And honestly, if I haven't gone to it in years and years and years, it's probably not one of my go-to Stallone movies. So, Copland is another one of those Stallone movies. Here's another one. That Nighthawks. Earlier Stallone. Stallone with the stubble Stallone. That's what we're dealing with. Stubble Stallone. Okay, we'll call that one. There was a range of movies, earlier movies of his. Say the year, and I hate when I do this to you guys, and I look at the back here, and I cannot get the year. 1981? 1981. Okay, 1981. So I'm guessing around 1981, Stallone decided he was going to go stubble. He was going to stubble Stallone, okay? And he did like a couple of movies that he was little with the mustache and the beard, you know? And Nighthawks was one of those movies. I don't remember it, to be honest with you. But Nighthawks, another Stallone movie in my collection of Stallone movies that I'll probably never watch, or I should watch, or when you comment below, I will watch, okay? Next one of his earlier movies, The Lords of Flatbush. This is probably one of his first movies, if I remember correctly. This is one of his early movies. This was pre Rocky. This was this is pre Rocky. I think I would say it is pre Rocky, pre Rambo, that kind of stuff. Also stars Henry Winkler. So what I think they were doing here was they were cashing in on the whole Fonzie, T-Bird, Grease type thing going on there, and they decided they were going to do gangs, and I'm guessing it's probably Brooklyn or New York, because it's always Brooklyn or New York where the gangs are all hanging out in these greaser type movies. But I've seen this movie a long time ago. This is one of those Cinemax Showtime movies, and it was pretty good. There's not a lot of action in this movie, so it's more of a lot of dialogue, a lot of feeling towards the characters. If I remember correctly, I think Stallone, is either Stallone or Henry Winkler, they're raising pigeons on the roof or whatever. It's been a while, but once again, this wouldn't make the top 10 either, but this is one of his earlier movies, and it's one of those movies that you gotta have if you're a Stallone collector, which you guys called it. I collect Sylvester Stallone movies. Next movie, Judge Dredd. People love this movie. I, on the other hand, I'm on the fan. I'd go to Demolition Man before I would go to this. I mean, I like the sci-fi Stallone movies. I think he does a great job in sci-fi movies, kind of like Schwarzenegger does great jobs in sci-fi movies. But this is not one of my go-to sci-fi Stallone movies, and I would definitely not put this in the top 10 because I wouldn't go back to this and watch it over and over again. It had its positives and its negatives. Unfortunately, it had more negatives than positives, and I've never seen the remake that they did. They did like the I think it was just Dread or whatever. I've never seen a lot of people like that one, but I've never, and it doesn't have Stallone in it, but I've never seen that one. I think it was because this movie kind of deterred me from watching another Judge Dredd movie, because I was like, in a way, I kind of dreaded seeing another Judge Dredd movie. Yeah, that's just funny to me. But if you love this movie, that's your thing. I'm not judging your taste in movies. I'm just telling you what I got and what I don't got. And Judge Dredd, Schwartz, I did it. I knew I was going to do it. Stallone movie. Whew. All right. Excuse me. Rhinestone. Now, this one is factory sealed, and it stars Sylvester Stallone and Dolly Parton. And the only reason why this is factory sealed is because a long time ago, I bought a bootleg copy of this. And that's what I have been watching for years, is the bootleg copy of Rhinestones. It's a love story musical with Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone. And if you want to see something different, this is the movie to watch. I got nothing bad to say about it. It was a comedy. It flowed. It had singing with Sylvester Stallone and Dolly Parton. It was something that you can put on your bucket list. Like, hey, I saw Sylvester Stallone sing a duet with Dolly Parton. It's decent. I mean, hate me for that one, but maybe I gotta think with Dolly Parton. Maybe I got a Dolly Parton thing, and the thing with I got a Dolly. I like Dolly Parton. I think she's a sweet lady with a beautiful voice, and singing with Sylvester Stallone, props to her. All right, next one is Over the Top. This I would put, and a lot of people hated this, and I know I'm going to get some hate for this one. I put this one in my top 10 because I would go to this movie. I really enjoyed this Sylvester Stallone movie. He's a truck driver, ends up meeting back up with his son. His son can't stand him, hates his guts because he hasn't been there all these years. Decides he's going to take him on the road, cross country, because the mother's sick and she's dying, and she wants her dying wishes for her to get him and his son to get close together again. Takes him on the road. He's this arm wrestler for money. Teaches the kid to be an arm wrestler / hustler for money. And it's a buddy film about a father and son reconnecting. And I really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the kids acting.
Come on, buddy. Come on, break your arm. Come on, get this damn wet. Come on, through the way, man.
But I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed Sylvester Stallone in this. I like the whole. A good Stallone movie. This is the trick. And a good Schwarzenegger movie is once the movie's done, you think you're that person. Like when I was a kid, and I watched Rocky. Rocky was done. I went to school and I found the biggest kid in the school, and I was like, hey, me and you gonna have. That's it. It's in the schoolyard in the corner. We're gonna go. We're gonna go. And then we go, and the kid would pop me in the head, and I fall to the ground, and I'd be like, that wasn't a good idea. Maybe that only works in the movies. And I learned a little bit the hard way, but this is one of those movies. Like, after I was done watching this, I was, like, literally walking around the school going, hey, want to arm wrestle? Let's go. Over the top. And the kids that had already seen Over the Top, they were like, you're doing that over the top thing. The kids that didn't see it, they were like, how'd you do that? I'm like, over the top. You don't know. But good Stallone movie, and I enjoy it. Driven. Have not seen. I have not seen this. Forgive me. No, the thing that upsets me, I think the reason why I haven't seen this is because Dollar Tree had these things for $1, okay? On Blu-ray. And people were buying them and flipping them, and it made me a little bit angry, okay? Because I wanted the Blu-ray. But I didn't want to pay the big money that the people were flipping the Blu-ray for. So here I am still with the DVD, and I'm angry at the DVD. I got this emotional anger towards my DVD. I'm like, why can't you be a Blu-ray? What's wrong with you? Why can't you be like the Blu-rays? Why do you gotta be a DVD? That's where I'm at with this. And I'm like, I'm gonna punish you by not watching you until you become a Blu-ray. That's the sickness that's become my life in collecting physical media. I mean, it's like, this is probably fine on DVD, and I might not even like this movie. Maybe I should watch it to see if it's one of those things where I'm going to want to upgrade the Blu-ray. But I'm so angry about the fact that everybody in the world has got the Blu-ray, and they paid $1 for it, and I'm not about to pay $12 or $10 or $20 or $30 for something that somebody paid $1 for, so I'm angry at this DVD. This is my mindset. This is the struggle that is my life and collecting. But you guys wanted a Stallone collection. I'm going to tell you the truth about my Stallone collection. Hope I didn't break that. All right. This is a triple pack, but this is a triple pack because it's a franchise. And it's a franchise that has Sylvester Stallone in it. Whether you know it or want to believe it or even care to know that Stallone did these movies, he's in them. And he stars in them, and he's actually really good in them. Spy Kids 2, and Spy Kids 3. They have a thing, Game Over. Spy Kids 2, The Island of Lost Dreams, and Spy Kids 1 and Spy Kids 1. He plays the villain in these things. I'm not a big Spy Kids fan, but my kids have always been Spy Kids fans. These are kids movies, action kids movies. Stallone plays the villain. They were good. They were decent. My kids absolutely loved them. They have watched them over and over and over again. They adore these movies, so there's got to be some good to them. I've seen bits and pieces. Okay, I've reached that age where I'm not sitting down and watching kids movies unless it's Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory or Charlie in the Chocolate Factory or something to do with a Chocolate Factory, something to do with a kid. At the end of the thing, somebody gonna give them something for free that's gonna change their life. I'm on board with that because I want to be that kid. I want that factory. I want somebody to give me a factory. Why won't somebody give me a factory? Okay, why won't somebody let me? Oh, I eat chocolate bars. Look at me. I eat a lot of chocolate bars. Why? When have I had my chance? Where's my chance to open up some chocolate bars and some curly-haired guy give me a factory? I don't know. But okay. Anyway, it's a kids movie. It's a Stallone kids movie that my kids absolutely loved, and I actually they have these all on Blu-ray on DVD, and Spy Kids 3 I believe is in 3D or 2 is in 3D. One of them's in 3D. They have the DVD. It's in 3D. I upgraded to Blu-ray. No 3D. So I kept the other ones. Those are somewhere else. I don't need to show you those. I got them. Believe me, I do. But Spy Kids, the franchise. Like I said before, if it's a franchise in a 3-pack, I understand. When they put a star movie pack and it's 3 movies, sometimes it's not that great of a deal here. Tango and Cash. Top 10. Out of doubt. The chemistry between Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone is unbelievable. I mean, this movie takes you all over the place. I mean, they're locked in jail together. They're out on the street together. They're trying to clear their names together. And the chemistry together is absolutely great. And Stallone, it's a comedy action movie that is really, if you have not seen this movie, Tango and Cash, this is one you have to see if you are a Stallone fan. If you want to see Stallone at his peak of awesomeness, that's what I'll call it, peak of awesomeness. And Kurt Russell is the man. Kurt Russell has always been the man. He was in Disney movies, and he was the man. He did Escape from New York and Escape from L.A. He was the man. I have not seen a movie yet that I have with Kurt Russell in it that I have not been like, wow, Kurt Russell is he's the man. You know what I mean? Overboard. Nothing. There's nothing this man can't touch that doesn't turn to gold. Except maybe some of those older Disney movies. Maybe I stay a little bit away from them. But there on in, he was just bam. So Tango and Cash, excellent Stallone. New one was gonna fall. Stallone movie. This is one of those newer ones that I talked about. The ones that went right to DVD, and I could have passed. I didn't pass, but he was headlining this, and I have watched it. It's decent. It's a movie called Bullet to the Head. And I didn't upgrade it to Blu-ray, but I might just do so. I mean, it's one of his newer movies. I was newer, meaning within the last 10 years. And it was an action movie. And I thought he did a really good job in it. This is Expendables. There we go. Pre-Expendables. And I don't know. It was good for the DVD release that it was. And I think that it was only released on DVD at first. And I bought it at Walmart. It was cheap. I walking by, I'm like, oh, Stallone. It's a Friday night. I'm going to watch a Stallone movie I haven't seen yet. I'm going to go buy it. It looks like an action one. I want to see an action one. And that's what I did. So, Bullet to the Head, starring Sylvester Stallone. Older Stallone movie. Have not opened it yet. I hope this isn't the German one that I made a mistake with. This was a movie. It's a movie called Fist. Haven't opened it. Haven't watched it. It's a younger Stallone, made by MGM. Stallone, hard-hitting, bodily ambitions. Hollywood, closely... yeah, not giving me much information here. Story, corrupt, betrayed. Don't know at all. it's got. I'm hoping it's not one of these that he's on the cover, but he's not really the star of it. You know, I know back in the day that they would, when they re-released the DVDs, sometimes they put the big star on the cover when the movie's usually about somebody else. Sometimes they do that with DVDs and Blu-rays. Like, it's like the hype is now Stallone. You know, back in the day, nobody knew who Stallone was, but now that he's the big guy, let's put him smack dab in the cover, like all blown up. And meanwhile, he's just like part of the gang. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. But Fist, have not seen it. Please forgive me. And if it's something that I should be seeing, comment below. And while you're commenting, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Another old school Stallone movie that I have not watched yet either, and it looks like a boxing type movie. I don't know. Paradise Alley. Paradise Alley, rated PG. Sylvester Stallone is fighting the odds again. This time in the wrestling ring. Wow, you know what? I might have to put this one in. If this is like a wrestling Rocky, I'm all over a wrestling Rocky. You know, I mean, why not? I mean, Paradise Alley. If it's a wrestling Rocky, no, comment below. Wrestling Rocky. That's what I want you to comment. Nothing else. Not like you should watch this. Just like wrestling Rocky, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I should watch a wrestling Rocky. I don't know. I don't know how I let that one fly by. I mean, because I never turned it around and looked at the back. Grudge Match. Latest Stallone movie starring Robert De Niro and Stallone. If I remember correctly, it was two has-been boxers that reached their peaks in their careers, and now they're gonna go back and they're going to box against each other. I think that's what it was about. I've seen this one. I just a little cloudy. You know, you get old and things get a little cloudy, and if I remember correctly, that's what that was about. So, Grudge Match. All right. The Expendables. Now this is a triple pack. Once again, a franchise Expendables. You get Expendables 1, 2, and 3. These were really good. I mean, to me, this was I've said this before in my other videos, this is the WrestleMania of action heroes that have reached their action hero prime, I'm guessing. It's action heroes that I loved as a child. I mean, absolutely loved. I mean, wrestlers, UFC fighters, action stars. I mean, I love these people as a child. And for years, they did their own little movies and little cameos and little parts and little things. And then all of a sudden, boom, they come out with this thing or whatever. And Stallone pretty much ropes everybody. I think that had something to do with Planet Hollywood or whatever, or that food place that he owned. I think he roped everybody in, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren, and he roped everybody in that he possibly could to make these action heroes, and these were really, really good. So Expendables 1, 2, and 3, and get them all in a triple pack. So better off grabbing those and then enjoying your weekend. All right, let's get to the chase here. Top 10, without a doubt. And you know what? I'm going to call it top 10, but I'm going to call these all one movie. Why not? And this is the Rambo collection, okay? And then Rambo Last Blood, which is the Rambo franchise. I got nothing negative to say about any of these Rambo movies. Not one. Not one. I mean, I'm digging. I know maybe the Rambo, was it Rambo 3? Rambo 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe Rambo 4, I misjudged that first, okay? But then I went back and I was like, this is really good. Maybe because I understood a little bit better. It had to do a little political, okay? A little political Rambo going on there with Rambo 4. Rambo 3, a lot of people didn't like. I was like, it's Rambo 3. It's Rambo, man. Hey, you can't go wrong with Rambo. And then this Last Blood, this was like the Home Alone of Rambo movies, okay? This guy, he put up these, the last 20 minutes or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I don't know what it is, of Rambo Last Blood is like watching Home Alone on acid, okay? Or Home Alone on blown up. I mean, it was just awesome. I mean, I was at the edge of I went to go see it in the movie theater, and I was at the edge of my seat. My wife's not a big Stallone fan, and she was at the edge of her seat. People on the side of me were screaming. It was an intense last couple moments, and this movie was awesome. I mean, just awesome. And then to share this with you, because I'm out of my mind and out of control. Now that's the Blu-rays. These are the Blu-rays right here. Okay, we've got the Blu-rays. But then they released this box set thing. Okay, and I don't even. Is this 4K or Blu-ray? What the heck's going on here? Is this? Oh, I got 4K Blu-ray and digital. Best Buy released this steel book tin box set from heaven. Okay, that's what this was, and I haven't even opened it yet. Want to know why? Because I got the Blu-rays, and if I want to watch the Blu-ray, I go to it, and I only got one 4K player in the house, and I don't really use it that much. So I bought it because it comes in a tin, and the cover on these things are awesome. There'll be a picture over here of this thing opened up so you can see what it looks like. I'm not opening up. I don't plan on opening up. There's no dents. There's no dings. There's no scratches, no scuffs. I love Rambo movies, and this box set is, to me, I'm hoping, the end-all of Rambo movies, and it was only available at Best Buy, and I pre-ordered this thing, and I ran up there, and it was pricey. Over $100 for this thing. It was pricey, but I love the Rambo franchise, and it's one of those that I will go to. Eventually, I'll open it up. Eventually. But there's really no need, since I got the Blu-rays anyway. You know, no need for me to crack that thing open and compromise scratches or whatever. I don't know. All right, let's see here. Let me try to put these things together. Did I even... Oh, I messed it up, didn't I? I did. I messed it up. Hang on. And I'm back. Okay, all right. Whew. All right, I had to run to the other side of the room because I almost messed this up. I didn't want to mess this up for you. All right. Escape Plan. Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the reason why I messed this up because this was in my Arnold Schwarzenegger collection, not in my Sylvester Stallone collection. I don't know why, because there's more Stallone in these movies than there is Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger was only the first one, but I think because when I did my last video, when I put him back in the wrong order. All right, so Escape Plan, excellent movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone plays this guy that his job is to see the to break out of jails, to see if how fortified the jails are, and if he can escape from them, then he gives them advice on how to make them unbreakable. So you can't escape. Yeah, so that's what he does. But he goes in there and he's got this problem with the old the warden, and they're planning on keeping him there, and they're not going to let him escape, and he befriends Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that was a great movie. Then Part 2 came out, Escape Plan 2, and these I don't know if Escape Plan 1 went to the movie theater, but I know Escape Plan 2, I'm pretty sure went right to DVD and Blu-ray. This one, I guess they couldn't get Schwarzenegger back. They got Baptista, which I got no problem with Baptista. He was great in Guardians of the Galaxy. I think he's a great actor, funny. He kind of shy. He could be the new big action hero. I just don't think they've given him enough chances to be so. Escape Plan 2, kind of like Escape Plan 1, but not. Then they released Escape Plan 3, which Baptista came back again, and Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent. Well, they tricked me by calling him Curtis Jackson. It's the same deal. I don't really remember it that well. You know what I mean? I'm assuming they were like the rest. It was probably a decent watch. I probably watched it on a Friday night. I was probably really tired. Next movie. Cobra. Top 10. Without a doubt. This was an upgrade. That's why it's still sealed. I upgraded from my DVD to the Blu-ray because I really enjoyed this movie. This was Brigitte Nielsen and Sylvester Stallone. Stallone plays this like dark cop that just don't take nothing from nobody, and there's this like gang of axe killers that he's going to hunt down and kill. This was really good. This was good. I have to put in the top 10. I don't know what your thoughts on that are. If you have even seen Cobra, if you even know what Cobra is, but just the gun alone that he carries in this movie is worth a thumbs up. You know what I mean? He's got this cool gun with the Cobra on the handle. It's like an ivory type hand. It's beautiful, beautiful gun, and that's what he uses to kill people. And great movie. This was an upgrade also. Lock Up, top 10, without a doubt. Lock Up, great. He goes to prison. He did something to the warden where the warden wants to just break him, wants to break this guy. Warden played by, let me see if I can get Donald Sutherland, Kiefer Sutherland's father. This was really good. You like jail movies, you like action movies. This was breathtakingly well put together. I think the character development in this film and the characters in this film, you feel for each character. You get this thing going on with the Stallone character. You get the thing going on with the other inmates. Even the warden, you're like, you love to hate him. This was a great Stallone movie. Top 10, without a doubt. Lock Up. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here, and I'll end with a franchise. It's probably the best if I just end with the franchise, and we'll call it a day. Yeah, a day, a night, evening, whenever you're watching this. Death Race 2000. Yes, it was one of his earlier movies, and Death Race 2000 has probably one of the greatest storylines ever told. It's a race, and you get points for running people over and killing people. That's what it's about. They did a lot of remakes afterwards, and it was about a race, and it was about killing people too. But it was like you had to kill other people in cars, and they were in like a prison and everything, and it was they were good movies, okay? And I think they starred Jason Statham. I have him. I'm pretty sure Jason Statham was the star. But Death Race 2000, they were on the main roads, and each one of the characters, that's the racers, had their own personality, and this was almost like a messed up Cannonball Run. If you know what Cannonball Run is, they took like big stars, put them all in their cars. They got points. So you run over an old lady, you get like 50 points. You run over a little boy, you get like 100 points. It was just Roger Corman classic. Top 10. Sylvester Stallone. I know he's in it very little. He plays a really goofy part in it. But as far as movies go, this is a fun science fiction movie that kind of like look at The Purge or something like that. So, like it could happen. I mean, to me, I feel like stuff like this may possibly happen. Depending on who we get running the world. But Death Race 2000, the original one, the first one, starring Sylvester Stallone, that's the one to go to. You want to see not for the kiddies. This is not a kiddie movie. I mean, we're dealing with death here. We're dealing with some sex and violence and a lot of rough stuff. Classic older Stallone movie. Top 10, without a doubt. And let's finish off with the franchise that made him Stallone. I mean, he's Rocky collection. Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, and Rocky Balboa. And then he came out with Creed and Creed 2. Will there be a Creed 3? Was there a Creed? No, there wasn't a Creed 3. I don't know. But as far as Stallone movies go, you want to watch a movie that puts you through... When I want to watch a movie, I want to escape reality. And I want to be the character that I'm watching on the screen. And nothing I love more than a underdog movie about a guy that struggles and then overcomes almost the impossible. I mean, he was just dealt a bad hand in life. And this guy, he battles to become the king. I mean, and he does it in a realistic way that is just, it's emotional and thought-provoking and inspirational. Rocky is an inspirational film. Karate Kid, inspirational film. If I want to watch a movie that inspires me to be a better me, Rocky 1. Rocky 2, The Continue. Rocky 3, Mr. T. Rocky 4, my personal all-time favorite, and I don't care what anybody says. Rocky 4 is my favorite. Ivan Drago. Dolph Lundgren as the Russian it's one of my favorites. And Rocky 5 with Tommy Gunn and the son that wants to be close to the father, and the father's going through the things, and he starts training Tommy, and then I loved it. I out of all these movies, I say Rocky 4 and Rocky 5, I've watched the most out of all of them. And then Rocky Balboa, to me, was a sad ending to the Rocky franchise. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was decent. It was all right. But then you got the passing of Adrian. You got a lot of emotional stuff going on here. And plus, you got an old Sylvester Stallone, and Sylvester Stallone's in good shape. Don't get me wrong, And when I say old, I just mean this isn't from Rocky 1. This is Stallone in his later years, and this is a Rocky in his later years. And life happens. I mean, this franchise is life. You put the first one in, and you have a marathon. You run right. Forget about the Creeds for a second. You run right to the last one, which is Rocky Balboa, which is what I consider the end of the Rocky franchise. Creed is just a spillover of a Rocky story. You know what I mean? With Sylvester Stallone just continuing on with the Rocky story, but really he's the manager. He's not the boxer. He's not the to me, he's not the main guy anymore. But these movies, he was the main guy, and these were an inspirational ride for me. And I absolutely love the Rocky franchise, and I upgraded to Blu-ray. I was actually looking for something even better than this, and as of right now, there is nothing better than this. But that being said, and then this Creed's. And that's the end of that. With that being said, my friends, that's the end of my Sylvester Stallone collection. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you later.